Well, I'm absolutely delighted now to be joined by Eric Friedlander, who is the president of the AMS. Eric, welcome to the program.
My pleasure. Thank you for doing this. This is a new thing for the math societies to be on film.
Now, Eric, what are some of the main highlights for you and your members here at the JMM?
Well, first of all, it's the biggest meeting ever, I think, of mathematics. So there are all of these people, many of them quite young. This is their first experience in a mathematics meeting. So just to see the excitement of some of the young people going around, some of them are very nervous because they're interviewing, some of them are giving their first talk ever, some of them are attending talks by famous mathematicians that they've never seen before. This sort of energy and enthusiasm is very exciting. There's a lot of business that's happening in the background. Many of us meet most easily at this joint meeting, so there are many committee meetings and a lot of policy is being decided here, but I think the biggest thing is just the energy and the activity of mathematics, sharing mathematics, seeing publications, seeing exhibits, things like that.
Now, Eric, would you say that mathematics as a profession is vibrant right now?
Oh, yes. I think that at every level, sort of at the research level, there are fantastic things happening, and the United States frequently has taken the best and the brightest of many countries and brought them in and welcomed them as their own, but then there are many multi-generation mathematicians from the United States too. And mathematics is happening all of the time, and there's a great deal of enthusiasm. It's recognized as needed in the university level, so in the teaching that we do, it's very important as well. So the mathematics is certainly on a very exciting moment and is doing well.
Eric, obviously one of the main highlights for your members is the ability to network, the meetings that take place in the corridor, if you like. Now, when they do get together, what would you say are some of the hot topics they'll be discussing this year?
Well, some of it is just gossip. Who's where, who's going, what's happening. Some of it is interesting mathematics that's happened. What new developments that you might have not heard about when you're sitting in your office that you get here. Some of it is we trade stories about pressures, especially financial pressures on public universities. There's a great deal of pressures on various public universities to retrenchment, and so we compare stories about how the funding is in our home university and issues like that.
So Eric, how big an issue is funding right now?
Oh, it's very important. I mean, there are a lot of strains in that many of us are expected to teach more students with fewer resources. We have the sense that funding for our research is not as, we're not as confident about the future as we might have been in the past. There's no hint that it's going away, but there are more people going into mathematics, and the increases in funding for research are at best at inflation.
Now, Eric, I believe one of the major issues right now is open access to research findings. Is that right?
Well, this is an important issue for us that large science, big science, like if you have a particle accelerator and you have a very big group, they will have large grants for publication of their materials and their research. The same with medical establishment. Their grants include publications, and it's just a part of the way they proceed. In small science like theoretical physics and mathematics, most of our research is done in ones and twos, and we're funded by federal government, some of us, but the way our publications work are the publishers support the industry or the publication of mathematics through sales of materials. So the pressure of the government to have open access is sort of cutting against the traditions of small science and how it's published, and we are concerned about that.
Eric, thank you very much indeed for joining us today on JMM TV, and hope you have a great conference. Thank you.
It looks like it's going to be a wonderful week.